Ah, what a beautiful day. Today, I'll be reviewing Fate. One of the classic top-down ARPGs directly ripped from Diablo, but made for filthy casuals like myself. Also the upper elite class play this game, but you didn't hear that from me. The story of the game is simple. Somebody built a Minecraft nether portal in the middle of the town.
Work complete.
And a bunch of green cunts come storming out, running rampant in the countryside.
Uh-oh.
If you watch anime, you're probably already familiar with the story. But let's get that off the screen for now. Actually, just a quick little look. Anyway, it's up to you as the player to reach the final floor of the dungeon and take out the nonce responsible for sending all of these unregistered immigrants into the town. First, you'll need to pick which difficulty you want to play. There are 4 to choose from, and only one of them is challenging, simple as. After that, you get to design your bloke. I made my person look as much like myself as possible. But you can also look like a complete dickhead if you so choose. The game is also not very realistic, as there's only 2 genders to pick from. What is this one even supposed to be? Next up, you get to choose if you want your backpack to look like a cat or a dog. Extra storage space will be their main use. I'll name my little fella after the ones that defeated the Chinese. After completing the character creation and skipping all of this bullshit, you'll be dropped straight into the town. The aesthetic of the game looks like Diablo with Fortnite graphics. This is a pleasant change of scenery if you're a young man such as myself. This knobhead in the blue bathrobe over here is the town pedo.
Yes, traveler.
And his only use is telling you what level the final boss appears on. Keep an eye on your kids around this sad cunt. The only wanker in this town you need to care about in the beginning of the game is this pillock over here.
Let me show you what I have to sell, eh?
Here you can identify items, buy spells that teleport you back to the town, and purchase vials of adrenochrome. Is Nosferatu in this game? The most important thing you should buy early on, however, is the fishing pole, for reasons I'll explain later. Next up, you'll want to gather quests before entering the dungeon. But wait, all of these benders are trying to pull a fast one on you. Notice how some of these quests are for way higher levels. The cheek of it. That means you'll need to exit the game and restart until they offer quests for the level you're currently on. If not, you'll be massively limiting your experience gains, and this'll be you in the near future, unless you're playing on easy. Starting out in the game and having no gold leaves you with only one thing to do. Let's enter the dungeon and get stuck in.
Your pet is fleeing.
That's not gonna work.
Your health is dangerously low. You have died.
When dying, you're presented 3 options to pick from as a penalty for dying. All of them suck and are arguably worse than dying in real life. At the beginning of the game, since you have no experience, and degrading armor and weapons you got from grave robbing the local cemetery, you'll need to go fishing. In the early game, fishing is the only way you'll get gear, make any money, and transform your extra inventory into a weapon. I recommend transforming your pet right away with a useless fish that gives low stats to avoid this happening to you. Why didn't I pick the cat, damn it? Some people argue fishing in lava isn't very realistic, but have you ever tried it? Don't believe everything you hear on TV, lest to avoid looking like a stupid numpty. Keeping your pet on a healthy diet will carry you through the early game floors. Everything in the dungeon is procedurally generated, including all of the floors and the different affixes on monsters. This one looks like Jonathan Greenblatt. Combat in this game is very simple. You cast a couple of buffs, and then left-click on an enemy. Whoever has the best stats will come out on top. You may think this hotbar on the bottom is for casting spells, but that's because you're gay and retarded. The only use of the hotbar is to fill it up with health pots. I hope you're good at playing the piano. However, health items are very expensive early on, and this town portal scroll is not. This is me saving a ton of gold by becoming a master of teleportation. Heal me, you slag.
You are refreshed.
Thank you. Back into the dungeon for me, it is. Remember when I mentioned earlier the hotbar was for health pots? Never too late to change your mind. And also very honorable to admit you were wrong. Leveling up in the game and spending your skill points is always the hardest part in these types of games. Fate makes it very easy. If you're a mage, you put all of your points into magic. Or if you don't like dressing up in women's clothing and want to be a real man such as myself, then you'll dump most of your points into dex. Fun fact. In Fate, your character starts out completely blind. Why can't I hit this cunt? Dex increases your chances of hitting the target, and investing a few points into it will make 0 difference. Not only will you be putting the majority of your skill points into it, you'll get a very rare piece of equipment and be disappointed. It doesn't give you any dex. Some of the affixes on a floor may directly counter your build.
Somebody get me the fuck out of here.
And may require you to skip the level. The floor I'm on here has the ghosts of the Holocaust. Sorry, I meant the ghosts are all holograms. Each one of these bellends is casting a slow attack speed debuff on my person. I believe there are about 6 million of these assholes on this floor. Another thing you'll enjoy in the dungeon is when one of these old slags webs your character to the ground. 12 seconds of my life wasted. How did she even make these webs? Once you reach higher levels, the monsters will start to cosplay with stolen valor medals.
What unit were you in?
This gives them a huge boost of confidence, and you'll regret asking for their MOS number,
Let me tell you something.
as they tear you limb from limb. Enemies on legendary difficulty are always twice your level. Have higher reflexes, higher health. These things can't die. What in the fuck am I playing? And are taller than you. Here's where your armor and weapons come into play.
Don't be wasting my time.
However, getting these items will be extremely expensive, require a lot of luck.
Fate smiles upon you.
And listening to this knobhead promote gambling in a kid's game.
All of life's a gamble.
Quick tip, the house always wins. In every other top-down ARPG, you make gold by farming mobs. In this game, the mobs drop wooden sticks and leather caps made out of human skin and a mixture of goat shit. Luckily for you, there's another way to make gold. The town blacksmith is a fat, lazy bastard.
I'm nothing without my tools.
To prove it I'll pick up these items from his shop, then bring them over here to have this penguin wave his flaps over them and run them back to the blacksmith for a profit. I consider this to be cheating, so I never do it. The penguin enchanter is also how you get the best gear in the game. Unless you get extremely lucky with this dickhead.
All of life's a gamble.
Let's take a look at magic now. Just like in real life, dressing up as a woman is taking the easy way out. As a mage, you can mindlessly roam around the dungeon, spamming right-click and clearing everything in sight. This is boring as hell, so I won't be covering it. Unless my second personality takes over, then this is the funnest shit I've ever did in my life. Fate is a unique experience compared to other ARPGs, as the main goal of the game isn't to delve into the dungeon to save the town and find treasure. The dungeon is merely there to fund your gambling ventures, and the town can go fuck themselves. Once all of your pieces of equipment look like this, then you have truly beaten the game. I rate this game a solid. I only play this shit if the internet is offline, and I'm bored as fuck out of 10. Also, huge shout out to all of my subscribers. Until next time.
Kills mit den Jungs, komm schon und betenari.